Hi, little video about using your salt dough. We're going to make various items to go in your fish tank. Just a little word about storing and using your salt dough. I made some, probably about a week ago, and I've put it in a tub. And it's got quite spongy and very stretchy. Remember we talked about the gluten in the wheat flour, makes it very elasticy. Now this has got a little bit too bendy. So to make it workable, take it out, throw some flour on your work surface, get your squidgy salt dough, roll it in the flour and then knead it. Keep doing it until it gets stiffer. We're going to be using little tools to make quite small detailed patterns, so you need the salt dough to be quite stiff so that it will hold the pattern. If it's too squidgy, it will go blech and you'll lose all that lovely detail. So before we make anything, I want you to have a little practice like you did with your milk bottle piercing. Take a little sample. You only need to use your fingers to push it out, and start mark making with little bits and pieces around the house. Doesn't have to be anything complicated. I've got a felt pen here and it's got lots of different surfaces that we can use. It's got this lovely fluted edge, lots of little lines produced there. You've got a circle, that works well. And what I like best about this is it's got a little star-shaped, multiple points. And when I was looking on the internet to research coral, there was a coral that had this particular pattern. So if you space it out well, it gives you a really good effect. It's rather wonderful. Obviously you can't use the fibre tip or colour it. But on the end, we've got a smaller circle. You can go over the lines. So with that one felt pen, you've got lots of amazing mark making. You could even go on the side. So that's a pen. What else have you got around the house? Well, you've all got biros. Biros make lots of dots. I took a peg apart. This is a plastic peg. It's got some really good triangles on it. And the spring that came out of the peg, I've got these little lines, these little parallel lines. I have a whiteboard in my hall. I write myself a list every morning. This has got even bigger circles. Oh, that's amazing. Look at that one. And on the bottom, another shape. So, have a look around the house, see what you can find. Use different surfaces. Fork's quite good. Make yourself a little sample. Experiment. I've even got scissors. And when it comes to doing all your coral and little stands, you'll have some idea. You could put that to one side just to remind you what you've got. What are we going to be making with it? Well, we're going to make starfish. I've got a rough little one there. We can make some coral. I was talking about the end of the felt pen. Makes a lovely little piece of coral. And we want some stands for your seaweed. So I made some milk bottle seaweed. And I've just made a stand for it to go in. Now this one, I made a little sausage and I left it out for an hour so it dried on the surface, and when I shaped it, it cracked. So that's another texture. Obviously when I come to dry this, I'll make sure it's a painted one. So we can make stands for all your milk bottle Here's another one. And we can paint these. Now, another type of seaweed that we're going to do is just little straws of paper. Just doing some pattern paper, rolling them into straws, and we can stick them in a stand. So this stand's quite easy. Looks a bit like a slug. And I've just put some holes in, made them quite big because we need to fit our rolled tubes of paper in. There we go. And finally, just for this little video, a little volcano. And this is going to hold rolled up paper. So again, we'll use pattern papers. You cut strips and you roll it once you've put a bit of glue on, and it makes these bent little sticks. And we're just going to pop them into the volcano shape. And that will make another type of seaweed holder. So in the next video, I'll show you how to do the starfish, because that requires a little bit of extra concentration. Okay, have a go, do your sample, and I'll show you in more detail in the next video how to make your stands for your seaweed and your starfish. Okay, that's it for now. Bye.